So the time is finally here to where we get to know more about the upcoming all-new 2026 Hyundai Palisade here for the US market. Now I currently have the Hyundai live stream up and I'm gonna give you guys my live reaction as it's being presented here on the screen. So I'll go ahead and overlay this video once it actually gets underway to give you guys my final thoughts. And looks like it's starting right about now, but I'm very excited to learn more about this upcoming generation of Palisade, what it has to offer here for the US, as the current generation has been extremely positive here on the channel in growing it, bringing us to new audiences, and overall I am very excited. And Hyundai did hint that this will be the longest range Palisade and going farther than that of its competition, so that means we're likely going to see a Hyundai Palisade in some configuration go over 600 miles on a single tank of fuel, which is quite impressive, which likely means there's going to be some sort of hybrid powertrain, maybe even the extended range electrification powertrain that of course they've teased over the last 6-8 months or so.
Last night we showed a Genesis SUV concept alongside our new race car. Today we are unveiling the new Palisade, including its first hybrid.
There's the hybrid, exactly what we're expecting.
Strength and diversity of our portfolio and powertrain offerings. And customers love them. As a result, Hyundai Motor Group is the third largest automaker in the world and number 2 in EV sales in the US. To further our growth, we are also leveraging strategic partnerships with Amazon, Waymo, General Motors, and others.
There's that GM partnership, probably for some sort of truck or mid-size platform.
To provide you a business update here at home, I'd like to introduce the new CEO of Hyundai Motor North America, my friend, Randy Parker.
Progress for Humanity drives our vehicle development process as well. And that includes Palisade, the cornerstone of our business. From the moment that it was shown back in 2018, it was clear that this SUV was created specifically with the US in mind. Designed to be the best in class. And it's paid off big time. Palisade elevated the brand and attracted a new customer to our dealers. Even today, Palisade still wins comparison tests. In 2024, the last full year of its life cycle, sales rose another 23%, topping 110,000 vehicles sold.
I think there's a number of reasons for that. V6 powertrain, very competitive value feature set. I believe that to be continue on for sure.
The new Palisade is bigger, better, and goes further than its iconic predecessor.
Goes further.
It's the ultimate 3-row SUV for active families. So let's take a look and welcome to more.
Here we go. Fingerprint recognition, column mounted shifter, all the usual stuff. Love that color. Oh, that teal's nice, dark green. It's definitely a bold new design in the front fascia. There she is. Huge daytime running lights. I love the back end though. The back end is fantastic. It's interesting, the wheel design is very similar to the current Calligraphy. Probably larger in diameter. Interesting daytime running light in the actual front grille. Of course, we have the flat badging we're used to, two-tone effect on the Calligraphy. So we have the silver bottom, silver trim, roof rails, raised type. Yeah, it's definitely a bold new design. I don't know upon first impressions if I absolutely love it, but of course I have to wait to see it in person. And usually impressions are changed in person.
What do you think? Thank you.
I don't know, that wasn't a very enthusiastic reaction from the crowd.
Exude the commanding presence and strength. Along with the upright greenhouse and high shoulder line that also maximize interior space.
Yeah, that back end is phenomenal. I love that back end. We have the hidden wiper up in the spoiler. Didn't see any visible exhaust tips. It definitely has a more relaxed profile seeing it from the side. Reminds me of CX-90 overall, longer hood. similar to that of kind of a rear-wheel drive type platform. I haven't met her in person, but she was a speaker at the Chicago Auto Show last year, which was very cool to see in person.
You know, this new Palisade isn't just an upgrade. It is a signal of where we are headed. Families told us they didn't want to have to choose between style and space in the car. They didn't want to have to choose between comfort and how much this thing's going to cost. And they didn't want to have to choose between its utility and its design.
Ooh, look at that interior.
The team worked so hard to build
That better be like a brick red. That'll look cool.
That Hyundai actually took the time to think about all the passengers in all 3 rows.
It's true. Features in the 3rd row you don't normally see in other vehicles.
Because what we wanted to do is build around real needs and deliver a vehicle that feels upscale, but it feels useful, it feels intentional, down to every row, every seat. It starts with the 1st row, in those sculpted, supportive seats. And in between,
Hopefully we get a passenger massage seat.
to fit a full-size purse, even mine. And then we tap on the screen, and you can adjust the 2nd and 3rd rows from the driver's seat.
Cool.
Total control, effortless.
Motorized power 2nd row captain chairs.
Designed for all passengers, not only the driver. In the 2nd row, you can choose bench or captain chairs, whatever fits your family best.
If we can get a calligraphy with bench, very cool.
You'll get heated and ventilated relaxation seats in the 1st and the 2nd row.
There we go.
And in the new Palisade, the 3rd row isn't just included, it is prioritized. The longer wheelbase gives us the opportunity to give generous legroom in all 3 rows. 30% larger rear windows flood the cabin with light. And you can even motor the 3rd row fore and aft, so you might want to prioritize the people or prioritize the cargo.
Sliding motorized 3rd row?
Eliminated the front
That's
and back
awesome.
hierarchy, ensuring that every passenger is going to experience top-tier comfort and amenities. Every row has heated power seats and 100-watt cable USB-C ports.
Good. Nice upgrades.
The cargo area is bigger than before.
Good.
And so you can go ahead and bring in that extra Yeti cooler. Safety at Hyundai isn't just a feature for us, it's our unwavering commitment. This is equipped with 10 airbags and Hyundai's most advanced driver assist systems. One of the standout features in this new Palisade is its fully integrated high-definition dash cam.
Yes. Oh.
And it captures incidents both
Yes.
on the move.
Why aren't other manufacturers doing this?
It's a testament to our commitment to the families.
That's exactly what it needs to be. It doesn't need to be 4K. It doesn't need to be any more than 1440p resolution. It just needs to work.
Technology, though, is going to work for you, that's going to empower you, not technology for technology's sake. The new Palisade features a panoramic curved display that seamlessly provides essential info in your line of sight, never in your way. The team developed Palisade's ergonomics, the driving position, visibility, to keep you energized.
I will say that dash in all the new Hyundais is less
The available massaging
unique than the current generation.
But the forward attention warning keeps you alert.
Ergo motion driver seat. Sorry, passengers. Not seeing passenger front seat.
More intuitive interface. And with over-the-air updates, your Palisade doesn't get older, it actually gets smarter. So, a lot of
Feature on demand, probably.
So, when's there going to be a Palisade hybrid?
There we go.
And what I'm thrilled is that today we can say it's here. The Palisade hybrid not only delivers enhanced efficiency, it's got more power as well.
Yes. It's exactly what it needs.
And sustainability, again, without compromise. The new Palisade hybrid features a responsive 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine,
Yeah.
and it's backed by 2 electric motors.
Nice.
This system delivers a projected 329 horsepower and 339 pound-foot of torque.
Less torque than I was expecting.
That's mated
Similar to overseas, though.
automatic transmission.
6-speed automatic.
Targeting up to 34 miles per gallon. We're pretty happy about that because this Palisade hybrid will be the only 3-row SUV that delivers more than 300 horsepower and more than 30 miles per gallon. We're
Yeah.
also expecting
There.
Real message to customers is how
Yeah,
far
they had to beat Grand Highlander though.
they can do it.
But if they're using the 300 horsepower figure,
It's got a
makes
designated
sense.
4,000-pound capacity. You can
Okay,
take advantage of our
not bad.
factory installed hitch. And now, in this market, maybe not everyone is ready for the hybrid. And
This
so
is
for
the
those
powertrain. I'm
customers,
curious what they're going to
the
use.
Palisade also offers a robust 3.5-liter V6, delivering an estimated
Interesting.
7 horsepower on an 8-speed automatic.
Okay. All right, there we go. Naturally aspirated V6 is remaining, but it's the 3.5. I wonder if it's the 3.5 turbo without any turbos out of Genesis products. I wonder if that's robust emerald, honestly. Kind of looks like it. Now they're talking about the XRT, of course.
Limited slip differential. What do you think of that?
If there's a selectable or automatic electronic rear diff, that's pretty cool.
To redefine the family SUV.
You could hear the hybrid pulling off the stage now they heard it. World premiere. Ooh, we get an exclusive. Man, Hyundai and their matte colors. There's not a lot of people out there that want the matte colors. There's the tow hooks, all-terrain tires, black plastic cladding, probably a little increased ground clearance. Very similar to the other XRT models, including Santa Cruz and Santa Fe. It is funny to see a full mid-size 3-row SUV with front recovery hooks like this.
Introducing the all-new 2026 Palisade XRT Pro.
XRT Pro. Gotta add that Pro branding on there. Black door handles, interesting. A lot of very familiar design elements though. Ooh, that's a bold rear bumper with all that black and silver accent. Looks like there's a rear recovery point too. Not much about the feature set or dimensional specifications, but of course, usually that's found on the media site after a launch just like this, but they might be holding back some information until a later date or closer to launch of this vehicle, which I'm very curious about when that date may be. Maybe late summer, early fall.
The new Palisade will be in showrooms early summer, with hybrids
Early summer.
arriving early fall.
Okay, okay. There wasn't a lot of information here in this presentation. I'm gonna check the Hyundai media site here very quickly to see if there's any additional information I can share with you guys. So I've got the Hyundai News article pulled up for you guys. We're gonna run through very quickly the standard Palisade and of course the XRT Pro to provide any additional information that you guys might be curious about this next generation vehicle. First, starting off with the standard Palisade and the Palisade Hybrid. Again, 2.5-liter turbo, 6-speed automatic, 329 horsepower, and I believe 334 pound-feet of torque. And they're targeting up to 619 miles on a single tank of fuel, which I believe is a very similar, if not exact number to that of the Grand Highlander hybrids full range according to the EPA. So interesting to see that. Of course, we have digital key to premium, 100-watt wireless, or excuse me, USB-C ports with wireless charging, and newly available or standard factory installed tow hitch. All very cool stuff. We do have some dimensional differences. So they're saying it's a 1.6-inch smaller front overhang, 2.5-inch longer overall length, and 2.7-inch longer wheelbase, which means the proportions are probably closer to that of the upcoming Ioniq 9 versus the outgoing gas model of Santa Fe. Interesting to see that. Should be much more spacious on the interior. Of course, 21-inch alloy wheels, which we did see up on stage. 15-watt wireless charging pad, wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay as standard. I'm sure a lot of you out there, including myself, are thrilled about that, as the Palisade is the last model outside of the Elantra, I should say. Does not have standard wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay on the infotainment system. Dual 12.3-inch displays. Of course, heated ventilated second row, heated third row seats still going to be on this vehicle. Continuing down, there is going to be a UVC sanitation compartment in the center console, it does say. So just like that of the Santa Fe, Palisade will get that feature. Not exactly sure who's going to actually use that, but is going to be on it. And one of the coolest features and unique ones is the front and rear integrated dash camera. It does say can be accessed on the head unit display or offboarded via a micro SD card located in the glove box. So good on Hyundai That is a usable feature on a daily basis that people can use and kind of just set it and forget about. BlueLink Plus, Digital Key 2.0 Premium, Wi-Fi hotspot, all the usual stuff there. Hyundai Pay for in-car payments for gas or parking, things like that. The 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6 is actually less powerful than the outgoing 3.8 V6. So it puts out 287 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque estimated by Hyundai. That's about 4 less horsepower and about the same less amount of torque. So kind of on par with the current Palisade in terms of power. 8-speed automatic with a 2-chamber torque converter. Not exactly sure what that means. Probably more smooth, refined driving. Still maintains a 5,000 pound towing capacity. They don't mention any sort of integrated trailer brake controller, however. Says the Palisade will be getting new terrain drive modes, including mud, sand, and snow that give extra confidence and capability in adverse road and weather conditions. All-wheel drive is a multi-mode system providing an electronic clutch with active torque control between the front and rear axles. It will retain the normal, sport, and smart drive modes. 10 standard airbags. Third row occupants are covered by a new seatbelt pretensioners and force limiters, a rarity in this class. So they're not the only ones, but one of just a select few. Here's the XRT capability features in a little bit more detail. So we have the exclusive electronic rear limited slip differential, or the ELSD, similar technology to what they put on the N performance models. 8.4 inches of ground clearance, which is 1 inch more from the regular Palisades. 20.5 inch approach, 22.4 inch departure, and 18.3 inch of breakover angle, 255, 60, 18 inch all-terrain tires, blind spot view monitor, surround view monitor. We have pitch, roll, compass, and elevation displays, pretty cool for off-roading. All-wheel drive, of course, as it doesn't say a standard, but all-wheel drive, tow mode, tow hitch, downhill brake controller, and exposed canyon red recovery hooks front and rear, which is very cool. 4 different recovery points, 1 at each corner of the vehicle. 18-inch wheels. Looks like we do have a little bit of the feature set of the XRT Pro trim level, including the H-Techs with front heating and ventilation. Hallelujah. Gets ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel, Bose 14-speaker audio system, ambient interior lighting, 115-volt power outlet, and power sunroof, in addition to those color accents. And it says next generation of BlueLink connected car care. 10 exterior colors available for the Palisade include Abyss Black Pearl, Typhoon Silver, Creamy White Pearl, Ecotronic Gray, Cast Iron Brown Pearl, Galaxy Maroon Pearl, Titan Charcoal Pearl, Classy Blue Pearl, a lot of pearls in here, Robust Emerald Pearl, and Earthy Brass Matte. Okay, so that means that Robust Emerald is making its return, and that is what we saw up on stage. And that is why they are still available in the current generation, unlike Moonlight Cloud and, of course, the Sierra Burgundy. So we have cloth, leatherette, leather, and premium Napa leather, just like that of the current generation Palisade. So no mention of any production here in the United States. Unfortunately, it looks like every Palisade will still be imported from Korea, which means the vehicle ultimately will be subject to tariffs. So that is why I think pricing is being withheld at this time. And yeah, looks like that is pretty much gonna be it for most or all of the details for the upcoming 2026 Hyundai Palisade that we currently have available. Now, some other mention that a lot of people out there might not be mentioning in their content is for 2026, Hyundai is discontinuing the complimentary maintenance program for their vehicles. Every 2026 model year vehicle will not receive the 3 years, 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance, as Hyundai is moving this on to dealers to provide either prepaid maintenance plans or whatever they may choose to offer themselves in-house. So basically, Hyundai is no longer going to be including complimentary maintenance in any 2026 model year vehicle, including the upcoming Palisade, Ioniq 9, and I do have information coming very shortly on the 2026 Kona, believe it or not. So ultimately, I think there is a little bit of cost-saving measures trying to be integrated into their 2026 model year vehicles, because the cost of maintenance has just gone up really very quickly in the last 4 or 5 years or so, because ultimately dealerships are charging quite a bit of money for just a standard oil change, tire rotate, and multi-point inspection. So that's kind of just my thoughts on it. But let me know what you guys think of the 2026 Palisade down in the comment section below. That was kind of my raw, genuine reaction. Not a ton of information here. I wish I was there in person to see it, point out features, items, give you the walk around tour, things like that. But I'm sure there's going to be a ton of content being posted here on YouTube about this vehicle over today and certainly over the coming days or weeks as more information is released. But nonetheless, that's all the information I have here in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and or found it helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts on this vehicle down in the comment section below. And as always, I appreciate support and hope to see you guys in the next one.